Okay, call a county commission meeting to order. Would you join me in the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, what a beautiful day. Lucky to have a day like this. Public comment. Seeing no public here. Any public comment online? Seeing none. Everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
I have. I'll make a motion to accept as written.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. Commissioner comments and committee reports.
So I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone that was involved in the commercial street celebration last week. I attended and it was a great time. So many people from all over Atchison County coming together to celebrate the opening of the mall was awesome. And also just to remind everyone that the Atchison County Fair is this week. Festivities kick off and there's schedules available out at the extension office in Effingham, and the parade. We will be in the parade together on Friday evening at 7 o'clock. So hope to see everyone out there. A couple other things that constituents have reached out to me in the past week is the roads. We are making really good progress in grading some of our county roads. And with that comes cleaning our ditches. Some of the issues that have been long-standing is the ditches being filled in. So getting that grass and those rocks out of the ditches so that the drainage can happen, then will allow grass and rock to be in the roads. So please bear with us. We are making progress. If you see a huge boulder in the side of the road, please stop and throw it in the ditch. That's what I've been trying to do as I see them. So, and then another topic, now that schools are gearing up with their planning. I know some of the county schools have made mandates on masks. So just please support the organizations with what they feel comfortable with. As far as the county commission, I'm one of 3, but I will not be in favor of any countywide mandates. So I know I've been asked that in several instances. Oh gosh, are we going back? And my stance is just everyone be respectful of one another, be smart, do what makes you comfortable, makes your family comfortable, because COVID is real, it is here. Our numbers are growing and families are being torn by loved ones being sick and hospitalized. So that's just what I wanted to bring up.
Okay. I had a Northeast Kansas Area Agency on Aging meeting Thursday the 5th, and that's in the morning. That one's by Zoom. And then I have a K.S.A meeting on the 19th at Troy. That's the only thing I have. Please participate in the fair, go out and have a good time.
I know that meeting they had with the other commissioners already said. So moving on to new business. I have a motion I'm going to call for concerning the Extension Council's proposed budget for 2022. The Executive Board of the Atchison Extension Council submitted a proposed budget request 2022 for funding of $182,948,000. The appropriation for the current budget year was $140,000. Meaning the request was increased 30% from the current budget. On June 25th, the Board of County Commissioners returned the proposed budget to the Extension Council Board for amendment. On July 27th, the Executive Board resubmitted the same proposed budget without amendment or modification. Pursuant to K.S.A. 2-1610 (B), the Board of County Commissioners now amends or modifies the proposed extension budget and makes the appropriation of $88,000 for the budget year of 2020 and makes the same a part of the regular county budget. The Board of County Commissioners certifies to the county clerk the levy amount of taxable, all tangible taxable property of the county necessary to provide such an amount. So I would move that the Board of County Commissioners amends or modifies the extension council budget and makes an appropriation of $88,000 for the budget year 2022. And we adopt that appropriation as part of the regular county budget for 2022. We have a second.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
No.
Okay, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Okay. Wesley Lantern, Management Director, approval of the firewall purchase.
Good afternoon, Commission. I presented you with a purchase order for an ASA firewall, Cisco Firewall 1150 in the amount of $7,106.96 and installation in the amount of $3,460 from Converge One out of Kansas City. What that is a firewall protects, it's the main key that protects all of our county infrastructure when it comes to networks. So all of the county facilities communicate through the courthouse, and the firewall is what sets up our rules to protect all of our networks at every facility. This firewall is being replaced because it was purchased and installed in 2012, and it's set to be end of life in January of next year. So we're being a little bit proactive, not a lot, but just a little bit, and getting it done a few months early. So with your approval for the total purchase order of $10,566.96.
So the chair will entertain a motion to approve the firewall 71096.96 installation programming mitigation for $3,460 for a total of $10,566.96. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Any further discussion? I have one thing. How many years does it, the life of this we just had? When was the last time we replaced?
So we installed this one in 2012 and it's end of life January of 22. So we'll have this one for another 9 years.
Well, it's about $1,000 a year to have firewall protection.
Basically.
Firewall protects not only the county courthouse, but all county departments.
All county facilities, yes.
And this was budgeted, so this was planned on, and it's not a unforeseen.
Correct.
Chair calls for a vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joe Snyder, McAfee Solutions contract approval.
You got me this afternoon instead of Joe. Hello. So yeah, we submitted this morning the purchase order and contract for McAfee Henderson Solutions to do the bridge inspections for H1 13.4. The total on that was $12,646.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Also moved.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Patrick Henderson, you have reviewed this contract?
Yes.
Okay. So all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. There also is a contract. Chair will entertain a motion to the chair to sign the contract with McAfee. Okay.
We'll try it.
So moved by Commissioner Quinn,
Second.
second by Commissioner Knoll. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Scott, you're back. Okay, yeah. Could you sit up the table here, because we're not getting the people picking up. We're having a hard time with Zoom picking people up when they're back in the room, so appreciate that.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Scott Christ. I'm with UMB Bank, and of course, you know Ron Ollinger and Christy Schultz with Benedictine College. And we're here on behalf of the college today to ask for assistance once again with the issuance of tax exempt bonds as a conduit issuer to help finance a project at the college. The last couple of years, they've seen terrific growth in enrollment and the need for more bed space in the dorms. I'll let Ron talk more about the project, but I will tell you, our firm works with a lot of private colleges around the Midwest, and this is not a common story right now. We're doing some exceptional work at Benedictine College, and the growth we're seeing is really tremendous. But I'll let Ron talk about the need that they have right now.
Yeah, and Jackie said you didn't expect to see it back. I didn't expect to be back. Okay. We even through COVID last year we had growth, but this year we're experiencing about, I'm going to say an increase of probably 80 full-time undergraduates to 100. We're not sure yet. We don't know, but we're going to go over 2,000 students for the first time, and so we've got 1,535 beds on campus, and a requirement that students live on campus, and we let some off. But we find that once we get over 350 students, it's hard on the community. It's hard on Atchison, because number one, there just isn't that many houses for students to rent, places to rent. So we're really going to struggle this year finding beds for all those kids. So we're going to start another project to build a 130 bed residence hall along 2nd Street I'll kind of give you a picture of where we're at here.
Thank you.
So if you go, north on 2nd, where St. Michael's Hall is, we're planning on building another residential hall. St. Mike's Hall is about 150 beds. This will be about 130 beds. And we've engaged Bells and Oxford again to do the architectural drawings, and actually have contracted with Lawhon Construction already to help us kind of do a design build so that we can move this along, because we really are going to need this by next fall. And so we're hoping that we can get construction underway fairly quickly. And Scott's helping us by moving the bond issuance along fairly quickly. And so we're hoping that we can get approval for these bonds today.
So the bonds, based upon the 10-year government treasury bonds, interest rate.
They're not tied to 10-year treasuries. They're tax exempt, so they loosely follow the taxable rates. But right now, they're extremely low, as you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an unbelievable interest rate environment. We've been saying that, of course, for about 7 years now.
Right, well, you're up here, it was like 1.7, it was sickle thrillers.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the debt of the college amortizes pretty quickly, so their debt's paying off pretty quickly, and it's just a terrific environment right now for them to play.
I just had my 50th year class reunion from St. Benedict's College. And President Menace mentioned we were the largest class ever.
Not anymore, right?
That sounds like it's going to change. All of us are about ready to die off. We'll say that, but 83 kids out of one class were only gone.
Wow,
It's amazing. So I was standing straight up and I was happy.
Also,
So do we
Benedict
need to-
and
we have a
alum.
motion, Pat, that we have to make? Or what do we have to
No, they'll be back August 24th, I think, with a request for a resolution to be adopted.
do? Okay,
And
Well, what's the size of the project? I mean, we were talking
I
dollar.
was just thinking about that. We haven't told you what the. I think
We're just gonna give a credit card and revolving credit.
Uh,
It'll
I
be
thought we-
for, not to exceed 8.25 million.
Good, I'm glad to see you're amortizing this debt. So,
As long as we can, put beds in our heads in the beds, it's. Make our debt service payments pretty quickly.
sure.
And how long of service on those phones?
2036 would be the final maturity. It's structured to kind of wrap around the existing debt so that they have a lower debt service overall.
Okay, terrific.
All right.
We'll see you back here on the 24th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay. All the finished business. County council updates.
do you know the contract for the
I do.
this had been discussed a couple of times, but we now have the list ready to go to the abstractor. We made a couple of changes to the contract that really had to do with how much time if we had additional reports that were needed. And that's at 60 days, which is plenty good. So I would urge that you sign the contracts, then get started on abstracting, so you get started on the next step. There are about 70 properties that appear to be eligible for that sale.
Is there a amount in here for that? or-
Well, the final amount, it's $120 per report, and the amount will depend on the actual number of
70 is what you have there now. So
70 reports at $120 per report. Which would be $8,400.
the chair will entertain a motion to approve a contract for abstract services in anticipation of a judicial tax sale proceeding from O'Keefe Wilson abstracting 414 North Fifth in Atchison.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Quinn, seconded by Commissioner Knoll. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. Anything else, Pat?
The contract needs to be signed.
Contract is
It's already
signed.
signed. Great.
Do you want it now?
Michelle should.
Okay.
The clerk should.
Okay.
Thank you.
Forecast to have everything. right?
They're very important people.
That's
That's all I have.
Any need for an executive session today?
Not that I know, but Pat, are we down to one township then? Is that Shannon?
We are, that's the only one we haven't heard back from.
Okay, and do you have their meeting date? Is that another one that was at the end of the month?
I thought of another comment I wanted to bring up is next Friday, August 13th is the Atchison Area Community Foundation's match day. So I know several organizations in town are trying to get the word out. That way, if you want to support them, the foundation will match a portion of the funds. So definitely pay attention to that. I know many of our nonprofits and other organizations are part of that. So
I think they met last week.
A week ago last night.
A week ago, right, last month.
And one of the questions that Grasshopper had last night is when will approximately these contracts or be done? And,
Within 2 weeks, certainly, but probably before that.
okay, how will we mail them or will we take them around, or what's the next step?
Well, there's a public hearing that has to be held, and then, yeah, each of them will need to adopt it on their meetings and approve it and sign it. And so if we have to go to them, we can, or if we can explain it to them, they have them sign it, return it, we can do it that way.
Okay.
One way or another, well, that's the easiest part, I think, because I think we've done the harder part of getting commitments out. So.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any public comment?
Couple other questions.
Did you have, do you have some comments, Casey?
Yeah, I just had a quick question. I was told that we can possibly vote to reduce taxes on particular people. There was a family in Atchison that lost their home, and they run their business out of their home, and so they're have to start from scratch. Is that something that has been brought before us before, or something we could do to help them? It was 713 R Street, and it was total loss, I believe, and they're starting over. But they had a daycare that they ran out of their house, and a family with several children. And so they are,
It should start with the appraiser, I believe.
okay, so ask Debbie about that, or?
Yeah, there is a procedure, and I can get you the statute on it, and I think they have to make the application. And essentially, how it works is property for tax purposes is always valued as of January 1st. And in a situation where there is a catastrophe, the Board of County Commissioners has the authority to go back and change that amount to the post
Catastrophe.
event, the post fire valuation as of January 1st, and that does reduce the taxes. It doesn't eliminate them, it's still the building itself, and those never go into negative numbers of the Kansas statutes, so
But part of the taxes are already probably paid, you know, all of it.
perhaps, and those are all things that you would be able to look at before you.
So you're gonna provide the K.S.A. regulation to Commissioner Quinn,
Yeah,
but it generally would be something with a appraiser could would be the one that you talked to
Yes.
about it.
yes. It'll take a few minutes finding the statute.
Okay, might as well take a second. Okay.
Well, and even if we get that together for next week to talk about it and have some more information, I just wanted to understand the process, and if we can help in any way, I mean,
I've
I think
never
we
heard of it, so I want more information.
Yeah.
That's the first I've heard.
He's been approached about it at least twice. One was on North Second Street, there was a fire. Kind of just north of K.S.A. Near Santa Fe.
I can't remember the circumstances, but yes, there was a conversation. That was the old Doc Donovan house, right?
Beats me.
I haven't been actually long enough to know that.
Doc Donovan. before that.
Well, he's still around, so.
Question.
Anything else? Susan?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay, I'm gonna call for a public comment again. Raise your hand if you want public comment. Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn at 1:25 PM.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay.